Hello everyone, my name is Oishiki. At first I would like to say that please kindly subscribe my channel. So today I am going to read part 12 of Oliver Twist, written by a very famous writer, that is Charles Dickens. And yes, I would also like to inform that the ones who want to watch Oliver Twist part 11, they can get the video link from the description box. So now let's begin with our story. The mystery is solved. Monks was led to a back room. Go outside and lock the door, Mr. Brownlow told the manservants. Mr. Monks and I will speak together alone. The servants looked very doubtful as Mr. Monks seemed dangerous. Nevertheless, they obeyed. When they had gone, Mr. Brownlow looked at Mr. Monks sadly for a few moments. I thought this was the man, Mr. Brownlow reflected silently. He is the son of my best friend. Nancy described him well. Aloud, he said, "Your name is not Monks, it's Edward Leaford." Monks gave a start of surprise. "How did you know that?" he growled suspiciously. Mr. Brownlow sighed. "Because I know your father, Edwin Leaford, and his sister, who died many years ago, on the very day she and I were to be married." A flicker of pain crossed Mr. Brownlow's face as he remembered his young bride to be. "I know that your father and mother were unhappy together, and that's why they parted when you were still a boy." And Mr. Brownlow paused for a second. "I know that you have a brother." Monk's eyes narrowed. "I have no brother. I was an only child." "The only child of your father's marriage, yes?" said Mr. Brownlow. "But after your parents parted, your father fell in love with a beautiful girl called Agnes Fleming. Poor Agnes died giving birth to her child, a boy who, by the grace of God, later fell into my hands. I knew what Agnes looked like. You see, for your father gave me her portrait, and the boy looked exactly like her." Monks was utterly dumbfounded by these revelations. However, the old gentleman had not yet finished. He told how Oliver had disappeared on the way to the bookshelf, and how he had searched for him. "I knew you could solve this mystery for me," Mr. Brownlow told Monks. "I also knew of your criminal life, and that you had escaped to the West Indies. So I followed you there. The voyage to the West Indies had been fruitless. By the time Mr. Brownlow had arrived there, Monks has already returned to England. Mr. Brownlow made the long journey home again and scoured the streets seeking for Monks for many weeks. But not until he heard Nancy speak of the man with the scar did the old gentleman have any clue to where Monks was. "You were a witch, child," Monks said, "and you are still a scoundrel and a robber," Mr. Brownlow declared. "You have planned to have your younger brother murdered, Oliver, don't you? So you can have all your father's money. You can't prove anything against me." Monks blustered, turning very pale. "Oh, but I can," Mr. Brownlow retorted. "I know about Fagin and the plot you hatched together." Fagin," Monks stammered. "Who is he?" "Shall we call the police then, and let you deny it to them?" Monks looked terrified. "No, no, don't call the police," he pleaded. They will kill me." Mr. Brownlow gave a sigh of satisfaction. "Ah, then you will surely do as I demand," he cried. "You must sign a document giving Oliver his rightful share of your father's money." Monks looked miserable. He thought of the police cell, the courtroom, and the hangman's rope that would be surely be round his neck if he refused. "Very well," he muttered. "Oliver shall have his inheritance, I promise." So our story ends here. In my next video, I'm going to read part 13, that is A Bright Future. If you liked my today's video, then please like and comment my video, and also subscribe my channel to listen to more such stories, and also to follow all my videos regularly, and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you.